Good afternoon, welcome to GrainTV. My name is Cody Bills. Today is the 30th, it's a Monday. We have the planting intentions report out tomorrow as well as quarterly grain stocks. But before we get into that, let's turn over to the grain hedge trading platform and see where we closed off the day. Corn trading up 3 1/4 cents, soybeans up 1 3/4 cents, and wheat in Chicago leading the charge higher here, up 22 1/2 cents on the day. We did see the US dollar move higher, as well as crude oil down $1 here a barrel. Let's talk a little bit about wheat. That was the one that charged higher here. You can see this is the Chicago wheat contract. It's a daily chart. You can see the furthest bar to the right representing today's activity, really rocketing higher here. I think a lot of this has to do with dryness concerns in the western part of Oklahoma, dryness in Kansas, as well as the Panhandle in Texas. And you'll see in the 6 to 10 day forecast really no relief for that area. Unfortunately, it looks as though Kansas City wheat is going to continue to struggle with dryness. That helped bring a bid back into the wheat market, which suffered last week from some serious selling pressure. Not only that, but we have excess wetness here in the Ohio River Valley. That's having a little bit of an effect on wheat here. All in all, it doesn't seem to be shaping up to be very positive here for the wheat complex, especially going into that Tuesday's report. Now, we'll talk a little bit about the expectations here for tomorrow's report. But before we get into that, I just wanted to announce here that we did see exporters sell 131,000 metric tons of corn to unknown destinations for old crops. So we continue to see strong corn export sales here, and that's very positive to see. Let's talk a little bit about these acreage projections. You'll notice that last year we had 90.6 million acres here planted for corn and 83.7 million acres planted for soybeans. Take a look at the Reuters poll here. You'll notice that the average analyst guess from this poll is to see 88.7 million acres planted for corn, while for soybeans we see 85.9 million acres. This is more in line with Landworth than it was with Informa Economics. Landworth is somewhere around 88.2 million acres for corn, soybeans 85.9 million acres, so that's a lot closer, whereas Informa Economics is looking to see 87.5 million acres for soybeans and 88.5 million acres for corn. So beans seems like a little bit of a deviation here between the average analyst guess between the Reuters poll, Landworth, and Informa Economics. And this is, of course, something that producers should be aware of, because this planting intentions report is typically a very volatile report. Between 2010 and 2015, 3 years, we saw price changes on the day of the report of 30 cents or greater for the grains. So this is something that we can't ignore. This is something that we have to be paying attention to. And one way that you can kind of mitigate some of this price risk is to use short-dated options. And that's one of the things I wanted to talk a little bit about here today. Right now, what you're looking at is April 2nd corn option prices. These are options on the May contract that expire on April 2nd. So really only providing you with 1 day worth of protection here. But that 1 day is when we get typically these market moves. And of course, that market move may then be followed by continuation of that trend. But basically what this allows you to do is, without getting into a margin situation, be able to purchase some protection here. You'll notice that there is a 390 put, which is trading for right now a bid of 5 3/8 and an offer of 6 3/8. So you'll notice that you can purchase that 390 put for 5 3/8, be protected for the report day. That is basically all volatility premium in there. But what that protects you against is if prices were to fall, over 5, 10, 15 cents, that helps lock in that 390. You'd be short there with one futures contract after it expires on April 2nd. So and I'm not recommending that particular strike price. I'm saying that these tools are out there, short-dated options are out there. Put pen to paper, run some numbers, see if it's worthwhile, because you may find that this sort of volatility is something that your farm operation can't afford, and perhaps you could use some of these short-dated options or just full options to be able to lock in some of that price protection. Keep in mind also that we do have quarterly grain stocks report coming out tomorrow. I'm just going to quickly run through the expectations here so you can be prepared. Corn 7.609 billion bushels. That's the expectations here for the quarterly grain stock. Soybeans 1.346 billion bushels and wheat 1.140 billion bushels of grain here on stocks at the end of that quarter. So guys, thanks a lot for tuning in. If you have any questions about what I talked about today, please give the office a call. Our number is 877-472-4607. If you haven't done so already, take a demo of the trading platform. You'll be able to view quotes live, be able to view the live reaction here to this planting intentions report and quarterly grain stocks report. It's definitely something where as you get more comfortable with these platforms, you can really start to open up and see some of these futures and options tools and how they'll fit into your marketing strategy. Thanks a lot for tuning in. We'll see you here on Tuesday.